nice things. Of course, our wonderful brushes that we have for brushing both the camera and the microphone. Of course. Very nice. And we have it's a little loud. I should have gotten perhaps a hello, big man. Hi, welcome, big man. Also have some ointments, some things to wash. We can look at that. So we can do lots of nice things. Can even go and give you a nice face massage. A nice head rubbing. That's good. It's been okay today. It's been alright. Not a big... Well, the world's terrible. The world's pretty terrible. But, hey, that's why it's the hell zone, right? Because we all live in the hell zone. Where it's like, oh, how's the coup been going today? Oh, it's alright. It's not bad. It's okay as far as coups go. I think you got VIP maybe today, or maybe last stream. I gave some people VIPs today, and I gave some people VIPs before Monday's stream. So you might have gotten it one of those times. And that's because you are the big man. You're the big man, so you get a big VIP. I like to hand those out just because it makes it so you can, bypass chat filters. When people just come into the chat, they can't do too many swear words because sometimes people come in and they just troll. But people who are here, who have been here for a while, I know they're not here to troll. They're just here to chill out. So VIP and stuff like that, I think it lets them get around certain filters, at least the way that I have it set up. So enjoy that. I spent a lot of time today uploading a lot of the videos that are going to be going up on YouTube and stuff like that because I got behind on that. But hopefully they're up now. A bunch of them went up today. The ones from I think it was the Sunday stream. I think the Sunday stream, those videos went up today. And the Dark Souls ones, it should start going up tomorrow. So that's good. Finally got those done. But that's a lot of business. It's a lot of housekeeping business. Very boring. Oh, exciting things. Is that Scarlet Rogue boosted our Discord server, so it's cooler now. It's more rad. Hey, Aquadino's here. Hello, Aquadino. Welcome, Aquadino. How are you today? Are you having a good day today? Did you have a nice day? Stressful day for a lot of people. Oh, are you suggesting that you'd like to be a mod, big man? Because that can be arranged. Yeah, think about it. Definitely not if you aren't interested. That's why I usually don't ask people if they want to be a mod. If people offer to me, then I'll allow that to happen. So it's all up to you. The best way to ask me is on Discord, because that's where I usually get messages. If you just ask in the chat, I might forget. So that's a better way. Through the Discord, which was boosted, and I learned what that meant, and that's very cool. Oh, that's cool. Aquadino, you watch when you like to watch. You watch when you're having a good time, and when you want to have some ASMR time. YouTube. And Big Man says, Russian. Sorry, I don't know how to read Cyrillic. So it just comes out as a Russian to me. I don't speak Japanese. Big Man might. All I know are some... Oh, hey, Right Andromeda's here. Hello. Vibing out. Nice and vibing. Hello, Right Andromeda. How are you feeling today? How are you doing? I didn't even have water in my mouth. That was imitation slurping. It was not even the real thing. Oh, Pon Pon's here. Hello, Pon Pon. Haven't seen you in a couple days. How you been doing, Pon Pon? We're hanging out. We're chilling. Oh, and Rec is here too. Wow, everybody's here. Nice. Did you all hear? About the sad fate of the PogChamp? The sad fate of the PogChamp, and the even sadder fate of the guy whose face is the PogChamp being a big piece of shit. I mean, we knew this already, but he went over the line. Well, I don't think it's stupid why they took it down, but he was kind of like calling for violence in the wake of the, like, he was like, hey, you guys should do more violence in this attempted coup of the US government. And then Twitch was like, that's pretty hot stuff, buddy. So we're gonna delete the PogChamp emote. So they deleted the PogChamp emote. No more. And so that's probably the biggest thing that happened here on this website. There you go. See, it's gone. I'm plugged in, baby. I'm plugged in. I know this shit. Listen, Twitch has promised that they are going to create a new PogChamp that will be just as hype as before. That was their official statement. Just as hype as before. Which, probably it will be lame. But I have to say, the PogChamp guy really sucks. He really sucks, and I'm a little bit glad that he's gone. Rec, you could be the new PogChamp. You just have to make the face. Oh, we got the thing. What did we get? Oh, Enzords 3696. Thank you so much for following. Thank you for following. You're fantastic. You're a fantastic person. Yeah, I know that it was very nostalgic, but it's the thing. It's like he kind of ruined it for himself, right? He kind of ruined it for everybody by being a big piece of shit, right? Thanks a lot, dude. Now we have to find a new cool emote. swishy swishes in between helps me kind of like breathe out. Breathe out. That's the secret. That's the secret right there. So today we were going to do a snippy snip time. If people like snippy snip time, a nice haircut. As you can see, I have not gotten my own haircut in quite some time. It's very much a doctor, heal thyself sort of moment. But I would be glad to give you a haircut. If you like scissors, if you like the sound of scissors. I don't have a spray bottle. I looked for one. But I do have this. I can shaky. Sorry, I don't have a spray bottle. All of them are full of cleaning solutions in my house. And so, in order to use them, I would have to spray copious amounts of cleaning fluid onto my camera. And that's probably not a good thing to do. Not gonna lie, you love small streamers. No offense. Why would I take offense to that? Being like, I love you and what you're doing. That's the opposite of offense. Aquadino. You know? Why would I take offense to that? It's funny, I'm just gonna say something, so I'll brush the mic while I say it. I was looking up, because of our Dark Souls stream that we did. I was looking it up, and apparently I spent about 2 hours going the wrong way. I spent about 2 hours going the wrong way. And so that was fun. That's what happens, I guess. That's Dark Souls for you. In Playtown too. increased violence during the government takeover that was attempted today. And obviously that's stupid, right? It was never going to happen, right? But he was calling for it, and that's a big shitty thing to do. And so they were like, "Hey, listen, bye. Twitch, we're deleting the PogChamp," and then they deleted the PogChamp, which is like that's a big move because like people really like the PogChamp, but I think getting rid of it was probably the right thing to do in the situation, because that guy's messed up. He's also a COVID denier as well. If you want to get an idea of like what's going on in that big brain of his. This is the ASMR news. It's the news. It's the ASMR news. With a news flash. There's no more PogChamp. Tune in for more at 11. Depending on where you are, it's already 11. No, I agree. Forcing it to end. I think that is part of the issue that needs to be. It's like, they are going to need to have something to replace it because it's something that people like. It's part of like a cultural. It's a cultural thing that is very important. At least on this website, right? So they are going to have a replacement, I think. Pon, I do disagree with you, but to get into that would be probably a lengthy discussion that we would have to have. No, it's fine. It's okay. I'm just saying. accept it and move on, even if it doesn't feel fair, because ultimately we don't have a say in the matter. These things happen because other people make these bad decisions to choose to be a bad person, right? To choose to be a COVID denier. It's not something we can control. It's a sad reality. The sad reality of a lot of situations where we have people that we like in the world, and we want them to be at least decent people, right? We want them to be, if not good people, then neutral people, and just kind of like chill out. Just kind of like, don't do anything too terrible. But then people like just disappoint you in some ways, and that's okay. It happens. There's a lot of people in the world. There's new people that you can find. You can find new people. You can find new people to make faces of. There's lots of faces in the world. It's okay to be sad, forcing it. It's okay. I understand. I understand that sadness. I understand that hurt you're going through. We're doing it with what they're called affirmation ASMR right now. This is why we have the mental health and mindfulness tag for when we lose a family member, like the PogChamp. When we lose the PogChamp, what are we gonna do? I might sound like I'm being facetious, but there is such a thing as like minor grief, where it's not quite the literal loss of like a loved one, but like you can feel grief at small things, right? I remember I used to play Final Fantasy 14, so you can tell this is obviously very, very important, right? It's a very important story because it's a video game. But so I had a group of people that I used to raid with, and one day I got replaced. One day I got replaced because someone else came back who was their friend from before, and you know what? I felt really sad afterwards that I got kicked out, and there's nothing really could do about it. And these are people that I'd been hanging out with for like a year or so, and thought I was making some cool new friends, but then they were like, well, it's okay that you want to be friends, but as far as like, we don't have a reason to socialize with you anymore, so I don't know, bye. And then I felt sad, right? And it felt weird because it's like just a video game. But I was actually talking to my therapist about it, and they said that I was going through grief. I was going through a form of grief, even though it wasn't like a real important thing, it was just a video game, it was just people that I play with online. But that it was like, you had this thing in your life and then it was taken away from you, and that's natural to feel grief no matter how small it is. And so those, you're gonna have a lot of emotions probably depending on how much it meant to you. And it's okay, is what I'm saying. I'm saying it's okay to feel that. It's okay to go through that. It's all right. Exactly, Rick. Titan Forcing It says that they felt grief when their favorite game, Titanfall 2, had died. Cried his last playthrough of the game, cried during his last game, called the time of death and moved on. Still reminisces about the days he played it. Of course, Forcing It, that is valid grief to have, These are things that, we all recognize. They're not, like, monumental, right? You're not gonna, like, tell people about it always, right? Because it's like, it feels so small. But sometimes that's what makes the grief harder, is because you don't have anybody to talk about it with, right? Because it's something minor, and right, you feel silly for talking about it. And that's why these things, it's good to like remind yourself that that kind of grief does has to be done, right? They don't have that anymore. It's all like the Warzone now, isn't it? I don't know if they funneled everything into that. But that's a good example too. Sometimes they just like straight up shut those games down. Dark Souls 2, I remember like they shut down the multiplayer for the original, right? I think. I'm not positive. Sorry for laughing, forcing it, but you're saying that you get depressed when you run out of ketchup. It's a micro short-term depression until your next bottle. Love ketchup. I get it. I get it. I ration out. Like my little, like I'll buy, when I go to the grocery store, it's like once every like 2 or 3 weeks because of COVID, right? I'll buy one snack and I'll try to ration it out the whole time because then I won't have to be sad without it. You know, little things like that. Little things like that. Oh, so Black Ops 2 is a notorious hacker game. I've never played the online in Call of Duty because I've always been very bad at it. But yeah. Hey, ketchup is great. I got no qualms with ketchup. Love that ketchup. Love that ketchup. Love that ketchup. Love that ketchup. It's very good. And you know, yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it. I would be sad if I ran out of ketchup when I wanted it. So that's my thought about that. Sorry to have made everybody very sad by talking about the PogChamp. I figured we had to talk about it. You were going to find out one way or another. Son. I feel like adding son to all these things where it's like, listen, your mother and I have something very grave to talk about. You know, it's very funny. Xbox 360. Okay, I have a very sad story about my Xbox 360. When I moved, here I'll brush the mic for this because I'm telling a story and I can get long-winded. And then, you know, I try to do ASMR during my ASMR stream. Strange thing, right? Okay. But, so I was moving across the country from New York to Los Angeles. It was the biggest move I've ever made in my life. Moving in with my partner, too, at the same time, where we were getting a place together in California. It was a big, 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 big move. And so we had to pack up our entire lives, you know, into a couple packages. And thankfully we were able to get a little truck to drive things over with, you know. My partner's dad, like, paid for a truck because they were like, I'm not letting you drive across the country. Don't trust you with that. That's fair. That's fair. So they hired like a mover person, and when we got there, we got across the country, and everything was there, and it was really great. It was really awesome. Except they stole my Xbox 360. They stole my Xbox 360. I was in the middle of playing LA Noire. And they stole my Xbox 360, and I never got to get that save data back, or the 360, and the messed up thing is that for a long, long time, they used the Rockstar account that was on there. But I didn't know because I didn't have any other Rockstar games. And so it wasn't until I got another Rockstar game that I noticed that it was still in use, and then I had to like change the password and like, kick them out of my Rockstar account, being like, fuck you, guy who stole my Xbox, and lied about it afterwards. Because, like, obviously you tell them about it, but they're like, no, I didn't see that box. Well, must have forgotten it. Must have forgotten it. So that's my sad story about an Xbox. So now I just have a bunch of Xbox 360 games around the house. I know. I know you're joking. That's why I laughed, Rec, because it was so, it was out there. That's why I thought it was funny. And how are you doing, Ryan? Are you chilling out? I feel bad. I feel like I chased a lot of people out. Oh well, it's gonna happen sometimes. How about a haircut? How about a haircut? A little snippy snip. Can I give you a haircut? Can I do that? Can I give you a haircut? Is it okay if I give you a haircut? Can I give you a haircut? Can I give you a haircut? Can I give you a little snip snip? Can I do that? Can I snip for you? How many subs for me to cut my man bun? Well, one thing we will need is a COVID vaccine. I'm not getting my hair cut without a COVID vaccine. So assuming that has happened, enough subs to cut that. I want to say 400. I have 2 scissors. I want to make sure we get the sounds of the snipping as well as the visuals. Gonna get the sounds. There we go. There we go. I know, Rick. You're slowly collecting. You're collecting all of these clips of me saying how many things that I'll do when I get certain amounts of subs. I should have said 500. It's too late to change it. Oh yeah, I remember. But I think that one's a ways off. Yeah, very nice hair though, I gotta say. You've been taking good care of your hair. For the world. I think it was like in the 100,000s. I'm not vegan, I'm vegetarian. Vegetariano. So, I love cheese. Can't do without cheese. Yeah, I do like fish. Love that fish. Here we go. Do some over here. Wait, I wanted to. I think this scissor sounds better, maybe. It has a good sound to it. Are you folks liking scissors? How do you feel about scissors? I like scissors, but I don't know how to give an actual haircut. There we go. Gonna cut right across your face here. Gonna cut your nose off. Gonna here snip, snip, snip. Okay, there you go. No more nose. No more nose. Snip, snip, snip. Oh, you're gonna have to do something about all that blood. Oh, you're gonna have to do something about are actually makeup brushes. I can do a poll. I don't have a keyboard on me. If we had a mod, they could probably do a poll. We have a couple mods. I don't think any of them are on right now, though. Mods are asleep. Mods are asleep. Post pictures of Bugs Bunny. Mods are asleep. How many subs for you to be mod? All you have to do is ask. Wreck. Oh, do you not enjoy the scissors usually? Forcing it. I think there's something about layering that feels nice, where it's like you can add certain things into the layering mix that you wouldn't normally like, but being in the mix kind of helps with that, because good topics I have to talk about. Well, the last topic I had to talk about made people get mad and leave. I think it's the brush. I put a limiter on the, I don't know if that's what it's called. So normally this would be blowing up the camera or the mic, but it doesn't blow it out, so it should be okay. Do you think the people who got mad about the PogChamp thing, do you think they're gone forever? I would be so sad. I gotta be honest, my favorite is PC. I'd say second is probably Switch, just because of the convenience factor, and then I would say PlayStation because that's what I have. I never got an Xbox after the one was stolen. I felt like I couldn't do it anymore. Okay. Rec has redeemed inaudible whispers. Rec has asked for some inaudible whispers. So I'm going to be doing this haircut and brushing that I'm doing. I'm going to be doing it inaudibly. You won't be what you meant. I'd be very sad if you left the wreck. I'd be very sad. Hey, childish chunks. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I mean, 2021 is not going to instantly get better because the year changed. It's going to take time. It's going to take time for things like the vaccine to reach distribution and to get out there and to be okay, and then, for things to start approaching a sense of normalcy again. The timeline on these things does not work like, of the ball dropped. So let's go back. Always a lot of people use that as a time to look back. It's to say oh, if I don't get this stuff done by the end of the year, it's gonna be sad. But it's I think the year, a year is a year, right? It's a year. It's not. Things aren't set up to be instantly different right the day after. A lot of it is similar to when people talk about turning 30, right? They talk about turning 30 as kind of like a milestone, right? Where it's that's when your body starts deteriorating. That's when this and that sort of thing starts to happen, and in a sense that's probably true. But it's not you turn 30 and then instantly your arm falls off, right? People talk about the 90s. They're oh man, the 90s was terrible for fashion. It was terrible for music and all that. And it's it was. But the 90s didn't end in 1999. Hey, Scarlet Rogue is here. Hello, Scarlet Rogue. Everyone say hello. Scarlet is our new moderator. Our new moderator, Scarlet Rogue. And she cheered. Oh, she is cheering. Hello, hello, hello. No, Santa is real. That part's true. That's accurate. Yay, big heart, big purple heart. How are you doing today, Scarlet? Did your friend get out of that hole? That hole that they were in when I think last we talked on stream. Oh, I'm so sorry. Something been eating you. Have you been bummed out today? Rec has redeemed the trigger word no. Okay, I'll repeat the word no over and over again. No. 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 No, 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 no. I wish that I was somehow involved in Patreon siphon a little bit off the top of all the creative minds in the world. Just take a little bit off the top and say, yeah, give me some of that. I'll have some of your money. That's the Twitch business model. But sadly, I'm not involved. You can have a popsicle. Forcing it. You can have a popsicle. Do you remember those icy popsicles? The ones that they were just little sugar juice that you put in the freezer, and then they become like a then they become like a nice little summertime treat, and they were probably just sugar. It was probably just sugar water, but I remember my parents had just a ton of those in the freezer that they would bring out in the summer. Rex says that he needs help. Needs help with people, with ladies, with relationship issues. I'm sorry that you're having trouble, Rex. Hope things get better. I need help asking a girl out. Well, that's very nice of you. It's very nice of you to want to do that. Have you tried asking her out? Or is there a barrier? Is it a confidence thing? It sometimes can be. A lack of confidence can be. I think a lot of it depends on how. Oh, it's a confidence thing. That's understandable. It's understandable to have a lack of confidence in any kind of relationship issue, I think. I would just look at it like this, right? You're gonna ask one time. You're gonna ask them one time if they want to go out. And you're going to say, listen, I would just like to ask you on a date, and you could think of what it would like to be, or you could be just be upfront, just say it's a date, right? That helps to be honest about it. Just say, I'd like to ask you on a date. If you don't want to go, it's okay. I just wanted to ask, see if you're interested. If they say no, then you're perfectly welcome to continue on being friends. It's happened before, and it can happen again. My partner, actually, we were friends. We were hanging out for a while as friends, and I wanted to go on a date with them. So what I said to them was hey, would you like to go on a date? Would you like maybe to go to see a movie as a date thing? And I was I just figured that I like you, and we've been hanging out as friends for a while, and I thought maybe going out on a date might be a nice thing. And then they were yes. They were I would like that very much, actually, So if you are upfront about it, if you don't leave that kind of ambiguity, that can really help, I think. Well then, Rek, I think you're in the clear. I think you're okay to ask. I think it would be a-okay. What I would do is I would just ask. That's the best way to know. It's the best way to know most Swissy's asking about tips to get over a girl who rejected you. Now, that is what we have been talking about before, the issue of grief, right? That's a different type of grief, which is that you're going to be going through a perhaps not even micro grief. That's probably just regular grief, where you're grieving for a relationship that you wished that you had in your mind, that you wanted to be there, you wanted it to be there, but it's not, and that's going to happen. It's going to happen from time to time. And I think the best thing to do is to remember that it will pass. It will pass. You'll find a new person. You will be able to move past it. And I think, I think that is probably the best way to get past it. It's okay to feel pain if you feel pain. Like we were talking about before, any kind of grief you have, it's something that you have to work through, no matter how small it is. Grief can feel pretty terrible. Thank you very much, Falco. It's like when you go to a barber, right? It's like when you go to a barber and they ask you like questions and then they give you like this bartender type advice, right? I see forcing it. Well, I wouldn't feel so bad about yourself, because when you feel bad about yourself, you project an aura of a lack of self-confidence. I think the best thing you can do forcing it, if you would like for more people to love you, is to learn how to love yourself. And I hope that you do love yourself more. Kevin Archer 27, thank you so much for following. Welcome to the Hell Zone. I think that's really the key, is to try loving yourself more. I know it's very cool. I'm glad that people are following. I love that. I love that very much. I think a lot of people probably are in the same boat. A lot of people have body image issues. A lot of people have self-confidence issues. And not being able to love ourselves is a big barrier to a lot of things. It takes a lot of work. You can't just wake up one morning and say, I'm going to love myself, right? What you can do is make a concerted effort every day to love yourself a little bit more. Oh, thank you so much. You're hosting the stream too, Kevin. Wow, that's great. Thank you. Well, Scarlet is here, and Scarlet is a rogue. I was gonna say Scarlet is a mod, but then my brain switched it with the last part of her screen name. Scarlet Rogue. Scarlet is a mod, and I think that they would be able to mod you if you wish. I think so. I think mods can make mods, because I'm not at my keyboard. I can't really type anything right now. I would be fine with that. Scarlet, that is an excellent point. Scarlet says that when I was feeling depressed earlier this week. I told in the after the Dark Souls stream on Friday, I was feeling sad. The next day on Saturday, I did the dishes. I did the dishes and I did all the laundry. I did all the dishes and all the laundry. And that was because I was feeling too sad to do anything else that was productive. And just by doing that, the next day, I was able to wake up and I was able to be grateful to myself of the past and thankful. And that helped. That helped me get a little bit out of the funk. It helped me get a little bit better. And so that's really a good piece of advice, Scarlett. I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad forcing it that you are confident, though, as you say. But clearly, if you look at yourself, and you say that you are all these things that you consider to be negative, then I think there's room for improvement, right? You want to look at yourself and you want to be saying, I'm a good person, I am a kind person, and I deserve love, right? Some people try to do that by just repeating that to themselves, and I don't know, if that works for you, that's okay. You can say, like, I am a good person, I'm kind to myself, I'm kind to others, and I deserve love, and if you say that, and that works for you, that's valid. You can also do things in your life that make you believe that, right? If you do good things, then you'll feel like you're a good person, right? If you help people out when they need help, if you care about other people, if you're kind, then you'll feel like you're a kind person, and you'll feel like you're a good person, and you'll believe that, right? And if you have a bad self-body image, right? If you exercise, if you eat healthy, maybe you'll have that bad body image. It's not going to solve that, right? Everything's not going to go away right away. But you'll feel like you're on the road, right? You'll feel like you're doing what you should be doing. And then you'll start to feel more confident about yourself, right? Well, that can be... Oh, I see. So mods can't make other mods. Okay, so Scarlett, you let me know if you have trouble moderating, okay? Today, and I will make Rec an additional moderator. And if not, I will make Rec a moderator when I am at my keyboard, which will probably be after the stream, if that's okay, Rec. If you would still like to be a moderator, and that'll be okay. You don't totally agree with the stream's name, but you like the stream. Well, I guess I'm not really doing a good haircut, am I? Is that why you disagree with the stream's name? I mean, it's fair. That's fair. We are talking about relationship things and not really doing a haircut. My actual name is Dan. You're free to call me Dan. Anyone here can call me Dan, and that is A-okay by me. Dan the Waterman. I mean, I can drink water if you like. I should be drinking water. There we go. You have a lot of hair, I noticed you have a lot of hair. I've been doing this for a little while. And you just seem to keep growing more hair. Like Tim Allen in the Santa Claus. I think you might have Santa Claus curse. Did you kill the previous Santa Claus at any point? Because that could cause it. Okay, I'll do that, Rec. But I hope you know that if I flip a coin, it's going to create alternate timelines, and there's going to be a timeline where And Jay Swizzy asks, do you think we are alone in the universe, or is there other being out there? And I want to say that there has to be other life in this universe. There has to be. There's infinite planets, there's infinite space. And so mathematically, we cannot be alone. But what I think is that we are so far away. We are probably so far away from the next civilization, from the next planet that contains life that resembles ours, that we may never see them and they may never see us. We are but ships passing in the night with the other civilizations. I do believe they are out there, but I don't think we'll see them. But it's okay, because we can know that they're out there and we can be comforted in that. I don't want to believe we're alone, personally. I think that would be sad, right? If no other planet was able to sustain life. I think the circumstances have to exist. The circumstances have to exist out there in other planets that they could sustain life. Because there's so many planets. Brush some of that hair off. Brush some of that hair off of you. Have a little bit of hair on your face. I'm gonna brush that off. Oh, thank you so much for following. Kadoosh. Welcome to the Hell Zone. Yeah, I think so too. I think that there are. Oh, you said you don't believe that there are other living things in space. Well, I think it'll be hard to prove it either way, right? If an alien race, let's say, ever makes contact with humanity, right? I think it'll be because they have mastered some sort of very, very, very advanced technology that allows them to, go faster than the speed of light, right? That's the only way that it is possible. But I think it'll be okay. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that, Scarlet. It could just be that no one logged on to Discord. But I hope that some people do like subscribing and want to get more subscriptions, and at times I think there's some fun things that you can do and fun features with that. And I always ask if people want any other features. They can always tell me. They can always say, "Oh, I wish this part was better. I'd like to subscribe, but this would probably be cooler." And so, that's fair. And if people are interested later, and that's okay. Oh, I think avoiding ads is very, very good. Oh, that is okay, Jay Swizzy. It is very much okay. I think that's my belief. Maybe it's not a good business belief, but my belief is that all the content should be free. That should be as free as possible, and no one should have to pay for anything, and that it's just for people who are able to, right, who have extra income that they don't mind parting with, then want to support and see some better stuff that they can donate, and everyone else can just watch, and they can support that way. Okay, yeah, I was brushing some hair off. I'll give you some haircuts as well. I think that it's tough times right now for everybody with COVID, right? There we go. Gonna give you a nice mullet right here. Gonna cut you the party in the back, business in the front. Of course, I just don't want to pressure anyone individually. I would love to be able to make money, of course. But much like forcing a screen name, I don't want to force anyone into that. of subscribers to the point that Twitch actually sends me that money, which would be like, over $100 in income or something like that. I think that we can, do some better things with the stream, right? We can add some actual, like, role plays with costumes. That would be fun. I have a couple of things that I wanted to get, like a better mic and such things like that, which of course I'd be able to afford with some additional income that I don't have personally, and things like additional stream days, right? It'd be something that we could do. Every bit goes towards the stream. Well, right now every bit goes in a big bank that Twitch is holding. I think my dream job would be I don't think I would. Oh, I mean, the bits would go to me at some point, right? But until you hit a threshold of $100, Twitch just holds on to that money. That's just how it works with affiliated accounts. So they have like a hold on the money until it reaches a certain amount. Unfortunately. Hello, it's Marks. But what I was going to say with the dream job is I was going to say my dream. I don't have a dream job because in my dreams I'm not working a job. I think if you want to really dream and dream big, you'd say, why am I working in this dream? I'd like a better dream, please. Oh, thank you so much, it's Marks. I'm so glad that you said that. That's such a nice thing. Thank you so much for following. Oh, well, I mean, like, there are jobs that I'd prefer to have over others, There are jobs that I'd prefer to have over others, for sure. There are jobs that I think would be very easy to do. There are jobs that would be very easy to do, like being a CEO, being a job where you just collect money. That seems like an easy job, of course. But, what I'll say, are you just linking pictures in the chat? What I'll say is that one job that I enjoy doing, that I enjoy working towards, is game development, where I've actually already made a game, taught myself game development, and I made a game. It's an independent game. It's called Insignificant. It's available on Steam and itch.io, and that's, while I would say, is that a dream job? I would say no, because it's not like particularly lucrative, right? Nobody gets into game development to make money. It's not a good idea, especially if you're an independent developer. So it's hard to say that's a dream job, right? I do enjoy it. I do enjoy doing that. There we go. That looks very nice on you. Looks very nice. I think. What is the picture of? What is that picture of? I can't click on it myself. If my pop filter broke, and Scarlett, I took that pop filter and I tossed that away. I don't need no pop filter. I want those pops. Pop, 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 pop. Pop filters are prone to breaking, though. The brand on this is called MAONO. I believe it is an off-brand. It's an off-brand mic. It's not anything major. It's not anything special or anything. It's a pretty, cheapo mic. It's definitely not the Blue Yeti. It's not the Blue Yeti. That is the gold standard. The gold standard. It was. I got this on for Black Friday, so it was discounted. So I think it was between 30 or 40, and it did come with the arm. Yes, it came with the arm, which is mainly why I got it because I kind of wanted to have the whole setup here. I wanted to get the whole setup. Tonar. I don't think so. I don't think it's a Tonar. I think it might be a similar brand, though. I think it might be similar to that. It's MAONO. Mauno. Tonar sounds familiar, though. I might have gotten just the arm, an arm of that for my partner, because my partner has to do events because they work at a bookstore, so they do digital events now because, COVID, right? So they had to get a mic arm for their blue snowball mic that they have, because they also do podcasts. They also do podcasts because we're in LA, and you have a 25% chance to be on a podcast if you live in LA. So that's just how it is here. Very good. Good night, Jay Swissy. Good night. 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 Scarlett, those hell bugs are yours to do with as you wish. I will at some point have to up the costs of things with the I could up the cost at some point because as you get more people, that's what they recommend, right? They recommend that you scale it, and they automatically scale the points for you. Listen, Scarlet, I trust Scarlet. They would never do something like that. They would never refund their own Hellbucks. That would be immoral. You can't just create more money. What are you? The U.S. Treasury? I think it would be fun to have like one for like 666, where it's like demonic, but it's very similar to the Italian one. So it's like, I don't know if I could do that. I feel like that would be fun. Oh no! Now she thought about it. But in seriousness, to be honest, I love it when people use the Hellbucks. I was so happy when they had that system because hooray, bits. Thank you for cheering. I was so happy that they had the Hellbucks system because you can kind of like do whatever you want with it, and you don't have to charge people for that, right? I would feel bad if I was charging people for me to say a trigger word. I would much rather have like a bigger stream goal as like, you know, say like when we get like a certain amount. Like I would say like when we get to a certain amount of subscribers, we could do something fun, like like a special stream. We could do something like, you know, something that would probably, like, I would have to like pay a little bit to buy something for the stream. We could do an extra stream sometime, you know. I feel like, you know, setting up a goal like that would be fun. Like, if we had a goal for like when we hit like 10 subscribers, and it could be something small, right? It doesn't have to be big. It could just be like kind of like a celebration of like kind of like the community growing a little bit. And I guess it's a question of what you folks would like to see. If you would like, I guess you would get your Hellbucks refunded if I didn't do something. Like if you requested something and I couldn't do it, like if you requested a trigger word that was like that I didn't want to do, right? Like some people ask for some naughty things, and well, they would probably get their Hellbucks refunded, but also get banned in the process. So you know, it's hard to say. What do you folks think that you would like to see the most? At like 10 subscribers, it would have to be something small, something that we could do, maybe a bonus stream one time. We could do a one-time bonus ASMR stream. We could do a fun stream that's totally unrelated. We could do no one's gotten banned and refunded yet, because I think you have to be following, and you have to be following for like maybe a couple minutes before you can submit a trigger word request. So I think that people probably don't want to go through the effort and just end up quitting. So that ends up making it so like it's a little bit too much of a barrier for entry for people to troll with it. Yeah, I think you have to be like, you get, I read that you get 300 points for following, and it's 320, so it's however long it takes for you to get 20 extra points. So I think it's probably 20 minutes. And you definitely can't say. And if you say, that's just it. That's it right there. That's it. No excuses on that one, okay? And that is, oh boy, don't even try that one. There's my inaudible whispering. Hey, thank you so much for following, Not Parky. Welcome to the Hell Zone. Welcome, 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 welcome. I would say that you don't have to be worried about it. If you look in our chat description, in the pages, in the little like panels that they have down there, I wrote down some community guidelines that we have, which is basically that we're gonna be inclusive of people. We're going to not make any kind of hateful remarks about minority groups, any kind of marginalized people. And as long as we're not doing that and we're not being overly sexual with things, because that's against Twitch's standards, then as long as we're not doing that and we're not saying anything hurtful to people, then it's okay. Everything's fine. Those are our general community standards. Be a good person. Don't be horny. Those are the rules. Exactly. We have to spread love and positivity. That's right. Exactly. Scarlett, you've just... Did you know about the horny bonk? Because I have that one Kirby emote. That's the horny bonk. I thought you were asking me why I like those emotes. You're asking Scarlett. I like the emotes. I like the wings. The purple heart wings. That's pretty cool. It reminds me of Rinoa from Final Fantasy VIII. I know that's an incredibly like specific nerdy thing to be reminded of, but like she had like the angel wings, and whenever I see like the big angel wings, I'm like, that's Rinoa. She had the big dog. Angelo the dog. She's cool. I remember I thought her hair was awesome at the time, but like now it's like, it's not really in style. She kind of had a little bit of she could have had, what did they call it, an ombre. It was like almost an ombre, but it was more like, it's just kind of like red highlights. so many high. They have so their qualifications are so high for the emotes. There's basically one that you can get. There's one that you can get with a subscription, which is the Kirby vibing, which I thought that people would like because people use that one in the Discord a lot. That's Hellzo vibe, I believe. Hellzo vibe. And so that one you can get with a tier 1 sub, and the other ones you have to do a tier 2 or tier 3 sub, and they only give you one for each. And I think that's ridiculous. And then their qualifications for the bits ones are even worse. And so I made the horny bunk the lowest tier 1 that you could get, which was $10. That's the lowest tier that they have available for an emote. And they have one for giving $10, and they have one for giving $50, and they have one for giving $100. And I'm like, what? That's a lot of money, folks. That's gonna be your 1, 2, 3. They're not gonna be like, hey, thanks for giving $5. Thanks for giving, like, that's reasonable, right? I don't know. Twitch is ridiculous sometimes. If people ever do give that much, of course it's appreciated. Of course. But I hope to reach enough subscribers to make more emotes available to like tier 1 subscribers. I know that as you get subscribers, they unlock more, right? They really, ring you by the neck. From when you're a creator who's just starting out. So I apologize, Scarlet Rogue, for not being able to give you the horny bonk emote. I wish to give everyone the horny bonk emote. I wish to give you all the horny bonk, and I know how that sounds. I apologize. For how that sounds. There are some you can unlock with the points, right? With the Hellzone bucks. I think there's a feature that like you can unlock a random emote, or you can lock. Isn't there a thing where you can, or is it temporary? It might be temporary. But I think you can spend Hellbucks to unlock them, unlock a random emote or a specific emote. I believe that was a stated action that's there. Oh yes, okay, so you can there you go. So I can't get this to go away now. I messed up. Okay, we're back. I think we're back. Oh no, are we not back? We're not back. Not back. Okay. So the way you do that is you go and you click on the Hellzone bucks, the Hellbucks indicator, the channel points button, and there's one that's like unlock a random emote, a random sub emote, and unlock a specific sub emote. And I believe there's like 300 and like 600 or something, like 300 and 500 or something like that. And I don't know if that's like based on time or whatever, if it's like a temporary thing. They didn't tell me if that was the case, but I hope not. So I hope people can unlock it that way if they want. But I don't know how these things work. It's all very, very confusing to me. I do my best not to be like, internet grandpa at the age of 30. Please. I'm afraid of this day when this happens, when I become an old grandpa. do you move categories in Discord? You're making a channel. I don't know. You're free to make a channel if you can. Scarlett is very knowledgeable about Discord. Of course, Aquadino, I can help you out. Is there a barrier to falling asleep that I can help with? Sleep. I can help you get to sleep. I hope I can help you get to sleep. Help you get to sleep. I'll do some more mouth sounds for you then. Good night, Aquadino. I hope you have a nice one. Do you mind? I hope you don't mind the occasional whisper. I do like to respond to people in chat. I try not to wake people up, but I know sometimes it could be an annoyance. If so, I apologize, because I do like to respond to people. Congratulations, Aquadino. I hope you make affiliate soon. That would be very cool. Please let me know when you do. I'll give you congratulations. Congratulations, you're very special. Congratulations. Congratulations. Congratulations to you. I know that you can understand me when I'm talking about this. These congratulations are just for you, Aquadino. Just for you, Aquadino. Just for you. I hope you can just Thank you so much for the cheering, the bits. Wow. Hooray. Alright, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Hello, Puka Spark. Oh, thank you for following, Puka Spark. Thank you for following. Welcome to the Hell Zone. Thank you, Scarlet, for being welcoming too. That's very nice of you. How are you doing tonight, Pucko's Pork? I like your name because it makes me think of pugs. I like pugs. I'm glad that you decided to check it out. Are you familiar with the ASMR reaction? The tingly feeling. The tingly feeling. The tinglies. That's always my favorite part, personally. Thank you. I'm glad that you find it relaxing. I think that's the general goal of the entire stream. The entire channel actually here is to help promote relaxation. Relaxation. Oh, Scarlett, are you not a fan of the mouth sounds? I apologize. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. If you're not enjoying them, I'd be glad. I would be glad to add in. Okay. Are there mouth sounds you like more than others? Or ones that you dislike particularly? Because that's also a thing. I think some people like some people like others. Some people like the plosives. Some people like the lip smacking, right? Some people like the tongue clicking. Some people like the t and that sk. I know that you like the sk, which is also a mouth sound as well. And oh, Rick wants me to repeat the trigger word sentence. I will repeat an ASMR trigger word. So I'll say that a couple times because I will do that. Oh, you like the words, mouth sounds, but not lip smacking. Okay. That's fair. That's fair. I understand. I'll try to avoid lip smacking too much, or at least throw in good mouth sounds as well as that. Pug, please. 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 Or did you just want the word pug? Pug, pug, pug. What would you like? If you let me know, and I am more than happy to oblige in most situations. Sk, 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 sk. I hope that's good. Sk, sk, sk. Better for you. Sk, 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 sk. Sk, 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 sk. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for the bits. Very kind of you. You said you were new in general to ASMR as well, Scarlett. Is that true? I thought I remembered you saying that. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, I'm wrong. That's okay. I was misremembering. Oh, that's very cool. That's very cool. Do you remember the first time that you tingled? That's always a question that I think is very interesting. The first time you tingled. Sure, I can say Scuba Steve. Scuba Steve. There's not really a lot of good sounds in that. Scuba Steve. Scuba Steve. Scuba Steve. Scuba Steve. I remember that movie. I don't think it was very good. That was like good. What was that? It's one of those Adam Sandler movies from back in the day. Scuba Steve. I'm very pleased to be your first time, Puggos Park. I didn't like the way that felt coming out of my mouth. Big Daddy, right? Big Daddy. No, I can't say that on stream. I can't say Daddy. No, that activates people. No, I can't say it. Scoop, scoop, scoop. Scoop the poop, scoop the poop, scoop the poop, scoop the poop. That's what you have to do when you have pugs. You have to scoop the poop, scoop the poop, scoop the poop when you have pugs. That's what you do. I had a pooper scoop for my dog when I was growing up. It was like a little metal arm that you would grab. Sorry, this is very gross to be talking about. Pooper scoop. Sometimes the words just come out of my mouth and I don't think about them. It's the curse about being in the setup is that I don't have my list of trigger words handy. I don't have my list of trigger words handy that I like to bring up. I just have to draw in the memory, the old memory bank. I have a nice list of trigger words that I like to say. When I'm not just saying gibberish, because then you could just narrow it down to consonants in your mind and phonemes and things like that. Otherwise, you have to remember specific words that sound good. Oh, that's a good one. Euphoria. That has like the good F. Euphoria. A lot of people said that was a good HBO show. I never watched it. Euphoria. Zendaya as Michi. Euphoria. If anyone has any trigger words that they like, feel free. Just type in the chat. I will go for it. Intergalactic. 1, 2, 3, 12. 1, 2, 3, 12. Hello. 1, 2, 3, 12. I like the T's in that. 1, 2, 3, 12. 1, 2, 3, 12. 1, 2, 3, 12. 1, 2, 3, 12. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. It might be want, utri, 12. And if it is, I apologize. I've modified it. I've altered the deal. I have a particular set of skills, and I've altered the deal. Oh, thank you for following. Thank you for following. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 12. Thank you for following. Welcome to the Hell Zone. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's a little bit like counting. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Always, you have to count that way. You have to count like the count. When you count, you have to count like the count. I think that's the best way to do it. I'm glad you like 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. You never got to 4 usually. He's gonna get It's haircut time indeed. Snippy, 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 snippy. I was giving my arm a rest. I have to take my union break, my union sanctioned break. So I'm in the haircutters union. Barbers Union. Barbers Union. Barbers Union. My arms do get tired, but I think about it this way. Gaining muscle, right? I'm gaining muscle by doing this resistance training. Gonna be swole. What do I plan to buy if I get enough bits? I actually was putting together an Amazon list that I could show people the exact things that I would be buying, so people know. I can link that if people would like to see it. And I could put it in like the Discord, and I could put it in the Twitch profile and things like that. Obviously not right now, but one thing that I want to buy definitely is the Blue Yeti mic. I think that's a very good mic. And it's good, worthwhile use of people's kind support. Because a lot of ASMR on YouTube is done with the Blue Yeti mic. A lot of ASMR streamers use that. And wow, this is good for more lo-fi situations. Well, this is more of a lo-fi situation. It's nice to have a hi-fi situation when you can. I mean, it's not necessarily all it's chalked up to be, but it's still a good quality mic. It's a good quality mic that will get you. Yes, tapping and scratching is one. That's true. There's a lot of different triggers. That exist. I can briefly go over some if you'd like. That might be fun. To do. So, oh boy, I get it. So one that I'm doing right now. Mouth sounds. I'm doing mouth sounds right now, and that's a pretty wide range. Sometimes it's like. Sometimes it's. You can do a lot of different things with your mouth. Wink. Oh no. But so you can also do trigger words, right? Where you are going and saying different words that people like. Where you're going, like when you ask for pugs. And you'll notice that as I'm doing that, I'm also going with the screen because visual ASMR is also a thing where people sometimes don't need any kind of audio at all. They just want to look. You can just look at something. You can look at things coming close to the camera. You can look at scissors giving you a haircut, and it can give you a tingly feeling just from that, or in combination. Sometimes people also do a flashlight, where they'll shine a flashlight as part of visual ASMR. I'm not going to do that right now because I don't have it on me, and because I like to have an epilepsy warning in the video, or in the stream somewhere, so people know, because that could be a problem with that. And another one that's there is tracing. Tracing is another visual one where it's like you can trace words. Like, so if I were gonna go, I would go like P U G, pug, a good dog, a very good dog, so they'll do not just one, but a couple triggers. And in YouTube, it's a lot easier because you can do it in editing afterwards. You don't have to all be doing it live, but you know, I like to do this show live. I like to do the live show, so I try to add things in when I can, using my hands, using my mouth, using all the things we have available. And then it doesn't sound right. The brushing is soft. Oh no. Wait, has it been soft this whole time? Is it okay? I see something happen. I see it happening on the mic. That something's going on. So it's like it's picking it up. Pick it up. That's my ska ASMR. Well, that's fine because that's a part of it, is not liking all of it. And then here's one that people like is tapping. Oh no, I was actually just getting to tapping. As you can see, I'm already tapping by the time I wrote that you wanted me to do tapping. Boots and cats and 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 boots and... Sorry, Rec asked for me to do that. That's like the beatboxing phrase that you do. Boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats. But that's interrupting. It's interrupting the tapping. And so I like to do tapping when my nails are a little bit longer. As you can see, I've cut them recently. And I did a tapping video on Wednesday. I did a tapping video on Wednesday. Last Wednesday. 1 week ago. I'll probably do another one when my nails get long again. This is not maybe the best for scratching, but it is what I have here. Trying to see if I have anything good for scratching around here. But I could also do mic scratching. This doesn't work too well on my mic, which is one reason to get a Blue Yeti, of course, because it has a better sound range than this mic, which is a cheapo mic that I have because I'm a poor person. I'm trying to think if I have anything good to scratch. This is not bad. This is okay. This is one that some people love it, some people hate it, you know. It's one of those. Oh, Scarlett likes it. Speaking of pugs, I'm just imagining Scarlett like reacting like when you pet a dog and they're like, "Yay, I love this." Sorry to compare you to a dog. I promise it's a good thing. I love dogs. With the boomos. What's a boomos? Or did you mean brush? You like the tapping, the mouth sounds, the scratching, and the hand movement thing. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so one thing that's pretty cool is learning what you like and learning what other people like too. One So, Scarlett, when you said the brushing sounds with the bumps, did you mean like when I had the hands on the mics, or did you mean like when I had a scratchy brush? I'm glad, Wanton Tootie, that you're going to sleep with the videos. I appreciate that a lot. If people want to sleep with an ASMR and they like my ASMR, and I'm not currently online, you're welcome to watch our YouTube. If you type !YouTube, you'll get to the YouTube channel. And I put up a lot of my old videos that we do here on the streams. And that's a good way to fall asleep if you need to when I'm not live. Here's one that's kind of rare, but I like to do it, is the water. So this water thing is actually not a common thing you'll find on a lot of YouTube videos. I don't know why, but I like doing this water thing because it's just one that I like to see when I can find it on the YouTube and stuff like that. Where it's just you make noises with the water. People do various things with water as well. That's also pretty common. And so that one, oh, I'm glad you like that, Puggos. I actually have a channel points redemption thing for that people like to do, which is noisy water sip, is what we call it. The noisy water sip. It's like a lot of other channels that have the like remind me to take a sip of water thing, but it's nice for you too. And then we have shaking. There's pouring water. I can do a pour right now because I have low water. My water supply is low. I dropped the cap, and that's pretty good when we do a pour. So, a lot of people get a specific setup for that when they want to do a pour. I want to do a full water related video, kind of like we did with the haircut video, but I'd have to set up for that. I'd probably have to build some sort of like water contraption so we can pour water back and forth without like spilling or anything like that, and make the sound good. But people do that a lot. Some people have spray bottles. People are asking for spray bottles here, but I need to get a spray bottle. That's probably something that I should do in the future, just a little spray bottle, because they like the sound when it sprays. Like a wet t-shirt contest. Spraying the bottle, I guess. I don't know. That's a weird comparison to make, Rom. But Puggos. I'm glad that you are here. I'm very glad that you're here. I'm glad that you're discovering ASMR. It's very fun. It's very fun and it's relaxing. And I think it's a great time. And I hope that by explaining some of these triggers to you, that you'll know a little bit more. You'll know a little bit more about yourself and the kinds of triggers that you like and the ones that tickle your brain. And You're here. Hello. Sweet everlasting dreams. That's Scarlett's trigger word phrase that they come up with. They came up with that. Oh no, not my wallpaper. Don't see my wallpaper. My near automata wallpaper. Oh no. Tapping the iPhone is strange because I feel like it's such a familiar sound. It's like a good tap for sure, but it's also like, I don't know, like it fades into the background almost because you're so used to hearing it because of phones. And when I like to do layers, it's like, oh, my phone thinks I'm trying to use it. I'm not, I promise. I like to go like, this one's hard to do. It's hard to do both. When you do tapping and scratching, we do different things. But I like to do, yeah, it's like raindrops. That's one thing that I like to do. Not everyone likes to do this, but I like to add different ambiances in the background. Ambiance in the background, like rain, for instance. So I'll do some streams where it's like, last time we had ocean waves. Ocean waves in the background. Because sometimes I'll do that when I'm actually listening to ASMR, is I'll also put on like the sound of rain in the background. Oh, there's an app for ASMR. I didn't know there was one for ASMR or slime. I don't know what it's like to have slime. That's also a one as slime ASMR. That was a thing back like 2 years ago, I think. Particular app. There was a particular app called slime. There's a particular app called slime, and does it do slime? Does it do slime? Does it do slime? Does it do slime? That's another thing. Sometimes it's not just mouth sounds when you're talking. Sometimes repetition, or surprises. Things that you don't see coming. Things that surprise you. Can make you tingle because you didn't expect it. You didn't see it coming. You didn't expect it. You didn't see it coming. You didn't know it was going to be there. You didn't know it was going to be there, and it's just there. And it's just there, and it's just happening. And so because it was surprising, that's why. That's why it was causing you to have like a little bit of a tingle reaction. And there's one thing that people do, even with tapping, that I think is interesting, called like it's called pattern setting and breaking. So that's where you'll do like a pattern. You'll do a tapping pattern. So like that. So I'm just doing a pattern. So like that, and I'm gonna do it, and eventually I'm gonna break it. I'm gonna break the pattern. And so listen for that, and see if you can tell when I'm gonna break the pattern. Just like that. twice. You didn't have to redeem it twice. I think you deserve a refund on that. You deserve a refund, but I'll give you rain. I'll give you the rain. Excuse me for a moment. I have to go to my computer. It is not automated, but it is there. You should be hearing the rain. Do you hear the rain? Let the rain fall down and wake my dreams. Let it wash away my sanity. That was a beautiful artist that I call Hilary Duff, the poet laureate of the Disney Channel. I'm better. Oh, did I knock the camera around? I knocked the camera around. No. It broke the illusion. It broke the illusion. It revealed. It revealed too much. Okay. We're better. We're better now. You saw behind the matrix. You saw behind the curtain. You shouldn't have seen that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, it's okay. How do you like the rain? How do you like the rain? I have one as well that has a little bit of thunder in it, but I figured this was good. Just some nice little rain. Here's the rain. Double rain, double rain. When I was doing the tapping stream, it was fun because my partner in the other room, it is true, I'm very open to talking about autism and mental health with viewers. Do not feel shy. That's true. I didn't just write that as a joke. I will say, of course, I'm not a mental health professional. I think that was there. That was the other part of that sentence. Keep in mind. That's, I have to make sure that I say that. I have my own experience. I am autistic, and that is my experience with that. I have my own experience with mental health. I have anxiety and depression, and I'm on a lifelong journey to cope with it. And so I can talk about it in relation to my own experiences. I cannot talk to it as a trained professional. Because I'm on a microphone right now, I do have to say that. But anything you want to talk about, I'm a friend who will listen. That's my experience with that. Was that something you wanted to talk about, Scarlett? I did it again where I messed up the swallowing. Scarlett, you are more than welcome to talk about it then. Either in the chat or if you don't feel comfortable. Sometimes people you're slow when it comes to responding to people, and when you try to quickly, you say the wrong phrase or call it something else. When you try to quickly, that's understandable. I have that problem a lot when it comes to social issues, when it comes to speaking to people. Sometimes I will pause in my stream because I'm thinking of the right words to say, because I want to say what I really want, what is on my mind, but my brain doesn't know how to plop that out there, doesn't know how to put it out there. And that is something that can happen. That can happen with various mental illnesses, right? That are there, right? That's one thing that happens as a result of it. And so I think that if this is something that you've been noticing in your life, don't discount it. Don't think that you are, not valid. You are valid no matter what. And I think that if you are able to get a diagnosis, it doesn't change anything except the way you are allowing yourself to look at yourself, right? When I was diagnosed as autistic, I was diagnosed as Asperger's, and because back in the day, that's what they called it. They call it autism spectrum disorder now. Asperger's is not used, but there is no government help that comes with Asperger's. There is no, basically it's just a thing that people would tell you, and they'd be like, oh, so just so you know, you have this anyway. Have a good time in life. Hope you can get through it, okay? That's not true necessarily of all things. Definitely for Down syndrome, that is something that is covered by certain special needs things. Other types of autism are, but there's it's very contentious with that. But I don't know. So there's a lot of details. There's a lot of ins and a lot of outs. My immediate advice would be to talk to a doctor if you could do that. Yes, and that's another thing as well. I don't know if this is also true of other mental illnesses that are out there. I keep wondering what the proper term is for that, because sometimes when you say mental illness, it implies a bad thing, but sometimes that's not the point. Autism is called autism spectrum disorder, right? Because there is a spectrum, and that means that it is there are some people that are very, very, very autistic, and there are some people who are a little bit autistic, but it's all part of the same thing. It's all part of that same spectrum, right? Like the color spectrum. Some people are red, and some people are violet, right? And some people are in between. The beautiful rainbow of autism. And I personally believe that everyone is on the spectrum somewhere. But some people, so in reality, that it's people who are neurotypical, which is people who are not autistic or do not have any kind of mental illness at all. Mental disability, the word is escaping me, and I feel terrible by saying mental illness over and over again. But people watching will know what I mean. But the point is that I think that even if people are not able to receive a diagnosis of something, that just having certain symptoms is helpful, because you can look at how those people cope, and you can look at how people who have Down syndrome, presumably I don't have experience with that, but you can look at how people with autism cope, and you can try to talk to them, and you can try to undertake some of that yourself, and see what's valuable to you. So I think that there's a lot of options there, and as you can see, I've been talking a lot, and I 100% am very open to talking about mental health, and as a result, I've been talking a lot about it, and I will say cheese pizza for Rec. I will say cheese pizza. Thank you so much for donating bits. Thank you for the bits. I hope it's helpful. I hope it's helpful, Scarlett. And I'm gonna say cheese pizza now. Cheese pizza, cheese pizza, cheese pizza. Please don't feel free to reach out to me on Discord if there's anything that you're worried about, if there's anything that you're thinking about. Nothing happened, Rick. Scarlett was just talking to me for some cheese pizza. Scarlett, I hope that you can make your journey through mental health land, and I hope that I can help you on your journey. That would mean a lot to me, if I was any help at all. So please let me know if I was any help. Pineapple cheese pizza, 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 pineapple cheese pizza. Relax. Scissor's time, I think. message if you feel like you'd like it to be private, things that you'd like to ask for approval. But if not, you could just put it in the general chat for people's ideas. Either way is fine with me. I'm very open and grateful for your help, Scarlett. You are a big help, and I appreciate it. And for what it's worth, I do not think that you are, in any sense of the word, an idiot, okay? From my opinion. That's what I'm gonna do. wreck. I always feel like you stay up a lot while we're doing these streams. Are you feeling tired yourself, Wreck? I would love to make you tired. Perhaps I could read you an especially boring book. Wide awake. Well, I hope you're at least enjoying the ASMR, the tingles, and things like that. Hope you're having a good time, at the very least, if you're not feeling tired. The RGB lights, Scarlet, sound very cool. I like Christmas lights myself. In my bedroom, I have, I think you could best qualify them as like fairy lights, little fairy lights. So they're basically just like white lights that you'd string up for Christmas that we just, have like a light over the bed. And that's our light in the bedroom, and it's very nice, it's very soft, and it's like, when you see like the little glistening lights, I don't know, it just makes me happy. That's why I always liked Christmas lights. It's my favorite decoration. I do like the spooky stuff for Halloween, but seeing Christmas lights always makes me happy because of the light. It's not even always the association with Christmas. I think it's just literally seeing the lights. I like the lights and they make me happy. As a kid, I actually had my parents put a string of Christmas lights up in my room, and I just kept them there. I just kept the string of lights in my Christmas room, Christmas lights in my room until like the whole time. Just lights are nice. I like little lights, little tiny lights, little happy lights over there. Put a little happy little light. Put a happy little light right there. And that's really nice. It's really nice when you put a little happy light there. A little happy light. Is everything good? Is everything looking good? Is everything feeling good? Is everything tasting good? Why are you tasting it? Don't taste it. Why is it tasted? You shouldn't have said that you're tasting it. You're not tasting it. Well, that's good. I'm glad that it's big. I'm glad that it's big and it's clean and it's organized. That's my motto. Keep it big, keep it clean, keep it organized. exists in this world. I am perfectly fine with people helping out. I love it when people help out because it's a lot of responsibility for me to have just on my own. And I don't always know what people like. I don't always know what people want, and I don't always have enough free time to do all of the things that growing a community requires. And when other people volunteer to help grow the community with their own abilities by being a mod, by Scarlett helping, by moderating Discord, by moderating the chat. A mod recommendation. What is that? You see, there's all these things I don't know about. What is a mod recommendation? I mean, of course I can. Of course I can. If you need it's like for a job interview. Who do you want me to recommend you to? Oh, verbal. Yes. Okay. Scarlet Rogue. A good mod. You can make a clip of that. You can make a clip of me saying, "Hi, I'm Dan from Hellzone.club, and I think Scarlet Rogue is a good mod." I'm Dan, and I approve this message. Is that what you meant, or did you want me to tell someone in particular? Okay, I'm glad. I made it, though. I do mean it. You've been very helpful so far. And I have every reason to believe that your help will continue to be wonderful and very, very needed, much needed, I'll say. I sometimes barely have enough time to just do the stream, to do the YouTube stuff where I clip out everything and put it on YouTube and set everything up like that. So sometimes all the extra stuff, all that extra stuff gets stressful, So having people help out with that is so helpful, so useful, so wonderful. And I am so grateful for any time anyone offers to lighten that a little bit. And on top of that, it makes me happy because I think my goal for this channel is to grow a community, right? A Hellzone community of people like yourselves. And when people take an active interest in that, it creates kind of like a belief inside of me that can be done, that we can create a nice community together of people who care about each other, people who are kind to one another, kind to other people, and just down to relax, down to RELAX, relax. And so that's why I'm always grateful for help. I realize I'm just squeezing scissors together in front of a camera and saying help over and over again. But I promise I'm fine. I'm fine. Very, very much fine. I'm so fine. it was holding you back, and now you're perfect. You've been getting your hair cut for 3 hours, and it is the most hair that has ever been cut off of you. 3 hours, 30 minutes, and 1 second is how long you've been getting your hair cut for. And now, I think it looks beautiful. I think it's my masterpiece. That dew is the dew, the Mountain Dew, as they call it. My magnum opus, magnum opus, 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 opus. Cheers to that. Now, don't worry about the fee. That was free. I'm a student of haircutology, and that was free. It was free for you because you deserve it, because this was a labor of love. It's a labor of love to make this beautiful piece of art that is your hair now. Everything, every part of this, every part that's up here. Beautiful, beautiful. I love it, 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 I love it. Very good. Yes, that'll do very well. I hope that you are able to take this haircut, and you are able to take it through the day, and you are able to show people the beautiful self that's inside of you, the beautiful self that everyone should be able to see, because you have this beautiful haircut now. Oh yes, thank you. I know, I did do a great job. I agree with that. No, you're too kind. Thank you. And now you can, you don't even have to worry about the fact that you can't get a real haircut because of COVID. You don't even have to worry about that. It's okay now, because you just got a haircut, and now you don't have any hair left or a nose. Again, you don't need that nose. It was an extraneous nose. That is okay. It's okay. I don't have anything for the bleeding. I was hoping it would have stopped by now. Oh, okay. Now we've got thunderstorms and lightning. Very, very frightening. You'll have to let me know if this has thunder in it. I believe it does. I haven't tested this one yet. If it's just rain, then I apologize. It's easier when I'm at my computer, but I don't mind. Actually, that was a good stretch. Remember to stretch as well. If you've been watching for a while, remember to get up from your chair or just stretch in your chair. If you're like me and you get tight muscles, or you don't always have good posture, you can really develop a lot of extra stress that way. So I'm just going to be moving around here strangely in the chair. Stretching a little bit. Okay, stretching a little bit. Stretching. Because that's important. It's important to stretch. You can't get sore muscles. Muscles. My microphone is plugged into my computer. It's plugged into my computer. My computer is this way. It's over here. And the camera is on a tripod. It's on a tripod right now. And we're facing approximately 90 degrees away from where I usually am. Where I moved the camera from over there where it usually is, because this is where the green screen is over here. It plugs directly in by USB. Universal Serial Bus. USB. You had to get a Scarlet. What is a Scarlet? Aren't you a Scarlet? You had to get yourself does that mean? I'm so confused. I got a USB mic because that's the easiest way. It's the easiest way to, I think, it's the universal serial bus. I recommend it. It's universal. Unless you have a USB-C, but my computer actually has a USB-C port, which you mainly see for like for an iPhone or some other phone. So we have about 20 minutes left. About 2 minutes left in the stream. And so, much like Rec has requested me to say cheese pizza again, or is just saying cheese pizza for the fun of it. But I don't think I can click that until I can't click that until I get back to my computer. It was hard enough to turn on this on the thunderstorm, but I'll click it later. I promise you. I promise I'll click that. But if there's any other triggers you'd like to do, any relaxation you'd like to have for the night, anyone watching, please let me know, because we'll be going for about 2 minutes. Oh, is that your Scarlett that you're talking about, an audio interface? That sounds pretty cool. That sounds pretty cool. But for me, I just plugged it right in. Maybe because you needed it for singing. Oh, is it like? Did you have the jack on it, like the one that has like the three-pronged circular one? It's like a circle and has 3 prongs. A circular and has 3 prongs. Okay. So that's one of the 2 options that when you're getting a mic, you will get, because that is mainly meant for analog devices. So that would go into an amplifier usually, and you can get an adapter, which you did. You did get an adapter, but they have something like this mic also comes with that, and you can get that as an option. But they also make them with the USB, which it is not worse. It is okay. It's just you need the interface to get it to work. Analog is okay. It's okay. People will use it, and it's just a different type of plug. So I think that you are fine. It's just you probably had to buy the extra thing because you had the different plug. It's good quality. It's still good quality. I promise. You'll find those plugs on the what do they call it? The Tascam. Tascam. Do you know the Tascam? They use it a lot in ASMR. It's the Tascam that has it's a square box. It's a square box. It has 2 little antennas on the side, and the 2 antennas are each an audio input. So people use that a lot for the binaural, but it's also used for professional video recording. Are you familiar with this? Because that comes with that same prong, that same circular prong with the 3, and that has good mic quality. Analog is not bad. It is not bad. It is good. I promise. I promise. You'll be a-okay. Sometimes the quality of the mic, a lot of it is dependent on how well you use it, actually. So something like this mic is of poor quality, but it sounds better quality because, if you spend a lot of time fiddling with it, getting the settings right, turning up the gain when you need the gain, doing the limiters, doing this and doing that, really working on it, really working on the sound, listening to it and testing it, you can make a bad mic into a good enough mic. And because you're doing singing, that's pretty important too. I think that's pretty important too. The sound is very difficult. I am not a professionally trained sounds person, but I went to school with a lot of people who were, and I tried to pick up as much as possible from them. I did film for a little while, and I tried to learn as much as I could. must say cheese pizza for Rec. Rec will die if I do not say cheese pizza. So allow me to say cheese pizza, 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 cheese pizza. I think cheese pizza is delicious. It's delicious, and I'm glad that we've chosen the cheese pizza, because that is usually my pizza of choice, being someone who's a vegetarian. A lot of the pepperoni pizza is not of my liking. It's not to my liking. I wanted to go for no, but yes, that's right, no pepperoni for me. I don't like pepperoni. But listen, I'm gonna go on a bathroom break, and I'll be right back, if that's okay. I know I'm only going for 20 minutes, but I do need to use the restroom. Sorry. Hello, I'm back. Hello. Sorry. But I got something. Because... Oh, really? It's the first time you saw that? I made that. I did not get lost. But I got a book that I can scratch. A scratchy book. I've scratched this book on stream before because I like it. The scratching. Because you were saying you like his scratchies. How am I your friend? But what are you asking this for? I don't understand. everything okay? Well, that's good. You were asking to chat in my message, and I didn't get back to you until late, and I felt bad. Whoa, 325 bits over time. Scarlet, you're the best. You're the best, best. I think literally you are the best donator of bits on the channel. But you're also the best in my heart. That's good. I'm glad that you're feeling better, J-Rod. Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful night too. No thunder? Okay. Then I have officially stolen your channel points. You can have them back. And I need to find the right file for that, because I put the wrong file in for the thunder. I apologize. It's just rain. Sorry, I'm a channel points thief. I'm a fraud. Book scratching of shame. No problem, J-Rod. Scarlet, you do whatever you want with those points. I trust you. It's cool. is no way we could ever remember everybody who showed up because there were so many wonderful people, and that's spectacular. Too many blessings to count, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's like when I'm having a good run in Hades, too many blessings. You can keep track if you want to. Do not feel obligated. I mean, I should just add that into everything because I never want you to feel obligated because help that's given always feels the best, right? For both people. We're gonna have some more Dark Souls and ASMR on Friday. I'm gonna do better, I promise. I promise I'll do better at Dark Souls. But if I don't, I'll just do ASMR triggers when I die. So everybody wins. Either way. And after that, we are going to do